Hello, good morning, dear children. We are back again with the rest part of detailing the chapter 5 Footprints Without Feet. Now, children, this is the end of chapter 5. And in this video, I am going to detail half of page number 29, then 30 and 31. So let's begin from the paragraph. The feeling among the neighbors was that the trouble was caused by witchcraft. Up to this, it was finished. So we are going to continue from but witchcraft. So before that, let's see here what the neighbors think about the spirit. Everybody thought that the house was haunted by spirit, by ghost. The neighbors of Mrs. Halls also thought that it was witchcraft which had caused such a thing to happen. Now let's start the next. But witchcraft or not. See, and meaning of witchcraft I have already given: the practice of magic, spell or charm. So children, when the news of the burglary, what do you mean by burglary? Burglary meaning theft, the act of thieving, T-H-E-F-T, theft. So when the news of the burglary at the clergyman's, clergy I have already given the meaning, the priest of the church, okay, a Christian priest, maybe a main honor, maybe the main religious leader or minister, especially from Christian one only. So he was a Christian priest. So when the news of the burglary, the theft at the clergyman's house reached other people in the town, everyone started suspecting the strange scientist, because in the previous video you might have come to know some strange events occurred in the house of Mrs. Hall, like the missing of the money from the desk. Secondly, the hat rose up and hit the face of Mrs. Hall, and thirdly, even the chair plunged and closed the door. So these all were some awkward happenings inside Mrs. Hall's house. So everybody started, some actually neighbors thought that it might be the witchcraft, might be some magics happening all through magic, or spirits might have been visiting in the house of Mrs. Hall. But now what happened? Everybody, the news spread far and wide. Far and wide, it has spread everywhere that there have been a burglary at the clergyman's house, and it reached everywhere, far and wide. So now everybody started suspecting the strange scientist, that is Griffin. Suspicion grew stronger. Doubts grew stronger on the scientist Griffin when he produced ready cash for his payment at the inn, even though he had told some time back that he did not have money. So dear children, you might be recalling in the previous video, he has paid the money in advance to Mrs. Hall, but Mrs. Hall had to bear all his bad temper habits and mood irritable habits of Griffin, of that scientist, because scientist has paid her in advance. So she did not say anything, she excused him. But a time came when he has no money to pay, so he told Mrs. Hall that he would be giving the payment till his check comes. So he did not have cash payment to give Mrs. Hall. So now when everybody was doubting, suspecting the strange scientist, the suspicion grew stronger on Griffin, because he gave ready cash for his payment. Now the question is, if he had no money to pay to Mrs. Hall and Griffin was waiting for check to come, then from where did this ready cash came, for which he paid for the inn to Mrs. Hall? This was a question. even though he had told sometimes back that he did not have money and was waiting for a check to arrive. So the village constable was called. You can see the next paragraph. The village constable was called for, and Mrs. Hall did not want to wait for him. She went straight. Actually, she was becoming impatient. Mrs. Hall, when her doubts, suspicions was more clear, she did not wait for the constable to come and have a question query from Griffin, from that scientist. Mrs. Hall herself did not want to wait for the constable. So she herself went straight to Griffin as he had appeared from the empty bedroom at the inn, and that surprised Mrs. Hall, because till now when Mrs. Hall had a survey, she examined the room, there was nobody inside the room. Then how could it be possible that Griffin, that scientist, had appeared from the empty bedroom at that inn from the pub? She asked him what had he been doing upstairs to her chair and furniture. So Mrs. Hall had a question query. She had a question query. She questioned him what he was supposed to do doing upstairs to her chair and furniture. She also, Mrs. Hall also asked him, how did he come out of the empty bedroom or enter the locked bedroom? So the bedroom was empty. So how did he come from the empty bedroom? Not only that, how did Griffin enter the locked bedroom? The bedroom was locked. Then how did he come out from that room? The scientist became really, you can see the next line, the scientist was always. So the scientist became really angry and started shouting. You can see it is given quick-tempered. What do you mean by quick-tempered? Losing temper quickly. Next word in the same line it is given furious. Furious meaning angry. So the scientist Griffin became really angry and started shouting that they don't understand who or what he was, and decided to show them the truth. You can see now Griffin started posing himself. He became angry and he wanted to show that he tried to dominate them by showing his power. Mrs. Hall, who asked a question that had made him quick-tempered, and he started dominating them, saying that they don't know who he was, and then he decided to show them the truth also. He removed his bandages. Griffin, the scientist, removed his bandages, even his beard, whiskers, then spectacles, and also his false nose, the duplicate nose, which he had been wearing and had taken from the theatrical world. It took him just a minute to do all this, and the people in the bar were horrified. People in the bar, what do you mean by bar, children? Bar is, it is a counter in a pub, restaurant, where horrified or cafe across drinks or refreshments are served. So the people who were present in the bar were horrified. Everybody was afraid as they looked at the headless man. Head was not at all seen, because he has removed everything. He has removed the false nose, he has removed the bandages, whiskers, beard and spectacles. So it was headless. Head was not at all seen. At this time, Mr. Jaffer, the constable of the village, was surprised as he saw that Jaffer, the constable, saw that he had to arrest a man without any head, because his head was invisible. But Jaffer is still wanted to do his duty. as he knew that the magistrate wanted him to arrest. You can see in the paragraph it is given here warrant. What do you mean by warrant? Warrant meaning written official order. So Jafar the constable had a written official order, a warrant from the magistrate, and Jafar could not deny the duty. He wanted to do his duty because that was the warrant from the magistrate, as the magistrate wanted him to arrest the person Griffin, and it did not matter that Griffin had a head or not, but the man has to be arrested whether Griffin had head or not, but it was an order and a warrant to arrest him. As he threw away more and more of his clothes, you can see in the next paragraph, when Griffin started throwing away more and more of his clothes, he became more and more invisible. And finally, after Griffin removed his shirt, he was nowhere to be seen. Nowhere to be seen. And Jafar, the constable, was struggling to arrest a man who had become completely invisible. So Jafar started looking for him, searching for him here and there from all sides. He was struggling to arrest that man, but Griffin was invisible. People who tried, coming to the next paragraph last, you can see some people tried. So people who tried helping the constable Jafar were also struggling as they were hit by blows. So all those people who tried to help assist Jafar the constable were hit by Griffin because Griffin was invisible. Griffin can see others, but others cannot see him. So he started struggling as they were hit by blows from nowhere. As Jafar the constable made his last attempt to catch hold of the invisible man, he was knocked unconsciously by the invisible man. You can see the word given, knocked. Knocked meaning hit. Unconscious means fainted. So it was such a hard blow given by Griffin that the constable was knocked, was hit and became unconscious. He became fainted. It was such a hard blow by Griffin, by the invisible man. Everybody was shouting. Coming to the last and last line, you can see everybody was shouting, hold him, catch him, repeatedly, continuously. But Griffin had set himself free from all the people, and nobody could understand how to catch him because he was invisible. From wherever the constable or the people tried to catch him, tried to hold him, their attempt was always failure. They failed to catch him because nobody could understand how to catch that man who was completely invisible. So dear children, this is the story of an invisible man who was a scientist. Now coming to know about the moral of this story, the message of this story, it is true that children, a genuine scientist works for the good of humanity. He believes in making human lives more comfortable, easier and pleasurable. A real scientist, what is the work of a real scientist, children? To work for the good of humanity only. And the person also believes in making human lives more comfortable, easier and even pleasurable. But he does not, the scientist does not misuse his inventions for his selfish motive, purpose or for personal benefit, for personal gains. However, this Griffin in the story, despite being a brilliant, brainy, intelligent scientist, misused his discovery. Using his discovery, he made himself invisible and started to trouble his landlord, rob clothes and money, steal food and wine, etc. His misuse of his discovery only disturbed peace and created havoc. Havoc meaning complete destruction, widespread destruction. So, the Griffin, the scientist, he misused his discovery only to disturb peace, and he created complete destruction, widespread destruction, havoc. And many of the people in the society too. Such scientists who make use of their inventions for harming others, ending up being lawless person, lawless people. So, such people misuse their inventions only for harming, only for avenging, avenging, harming others, ending up being lawless, breaking the laws too, and behaving in a cruel and wild way. So this is the moral of the story, children. We have completed the chapter. We will go for discussing the question answer during the live classes. Till then, children, bye to you all. Thank you all.